Lark's tale begins on a deceptively serene winter morning, where the landscape is painted in a radiant white of freshly fallen snow, and the vast frozen lake stretches out like a gleaming mirror. Among the hushed whispers of the cold breeze, the story of Lark, a young and adventurous soul, takes center stage. Lark, captivated by the thrill of exploration, finds solitude in nature, away from the bustling chaos of everyday life. The frozen lake, with its sparkling allure, stands both as a playground and a perilous trap, inviting Lark to tread upon its glossy surface. Rarely has such a setting been both beguiling, yet silently threatening, with the rigid crust of ice disguising the frigid danger lurking just beneath. The significance of this frozen lake is multifaceted. It is both a literal and metaphorical battleground of survival against natural forces. Such icy expanses have long been natural attractions for those daring enough to cross them, yet they demand respect for their unpredictable nature. In Lark's story, this frozen expanse not only enhances the dramatic tension but also symbolizes the fine line between a harmless adventure and a life-threatening situation. In recounting similar real-world scenarios, one might recall the harrowing narrations of individuals lost or stranded on icy terrains. For example, stories from the treacherous paths of Lake Baikal in Russia or the frozen depths of Canada's icy lakes often mirror the harrowing experience Lark faced. The treacherous yet intriguing nature of icy terrains has always been a subject of fascination and caution. Some nature enthusiasts and experts argue that modern technology and better education in outdoor survival have minimized such incidents. They stress the importance of understanding ice physics and the signs of unstable ice to avoid mishaps. However, these experts also acknowledge that curiosity and the thrill of exploration naturally fuel human adventures. Potential challenges arise from the unpredictable shifts in weather patterns due to climate change, which continuously alter the stability of ice surfaces and make them far more dangerous. Moreover, opinions vary on whether the allure of such danger should be pursued or avoided, leaving people divided on the importance of truly experiencing the wild versus ensuring absolute safety. At its core, the introduction to Lark's story is not just about one individual's encounter with nature's icy facade, but also intertwined with broader themes of human curiosity, survival instincts, and humankind's enduring dance with the natural world. This sets the stage for understanding the depth of Lark's experience and hints at the unfolding drama of their escape from the icy grip. Ice sheets form over large bodies of water when temperatures drop sufficiently to freeze the surface. This process begins when the air cools more than the water, causing the surface to lose heat. Once the surface temperature of the water hits the freezing point, ice crystals begin to form, spreading across the water's surface and gradually thickening into a solid sheet. These ice sheets can range from solid and dependable to thin and hazardous, depending on various factors such as temperature, underwater currents, and sunlight intensity. The formation of ice sheets is significant because it often alters ecosystems, aids in climate regulation, and offers opportunities for winter sports and ice fishing. However, they also present a multitude of dangers. When these sheets form suddenly and unpredictably, they can become incredibly treacherous. A sheet of ice may seem solid from the surface, inviting adventurous souls and animals like Lark, the protagonist of our story. Yet, appearances can be deceitful. Uneven thickness, hidden cracks, or thawing conditions can lead to the ice giving way unexpectedly, creating a real danger of falling through into the freezing waters below, a scenario fraught with peril and requiring immediate assistance to survive. For instance, consider a situation where a substantial lake has just frozen over after a few nights of frigid temperatures, tempting ice skaters. Initially deceiving with its glass-like sheen, the ice may only be a few inches thick, unable to support human weight safely. A tragic real-world account from Wisconsin illustrates such a danger when a young boy ventured onto ice that was prematurely frozen, breaking through the thin crust. Safety precautions and awareness of ice conditions are crucial in these settings. Another example of the dangers posed by ice sheets occurred during the 2007 I-35 bridge collapse in Minneapolis. While the disaster was due to structural issues, ice sheets on the neighboring river hampered rescue operations, as emergency personnel had to navigate these hazardous icy conditions in their search and rescue efforts. Some experts argue that better public education on ice safety is essential in preventing accidents on frozen lakes and rivers. Others highlight the need for technological advancements, such as ice monitoring systems, to provide timely warnings. There is also an ongoing discussion about the impact of climate change on ice sheet formation, as warming trends may lead to thinner, less reliable ice cover in many regions. Ultimately, understanding the formation and dangers of ice sheets is crucial for ensuring safety and managing the risks associated with winter activities on frozen bodies of water. As with Lark's treacherous journey across the frozen lake, knowing the precarious nature of ice can mean the difference between tranquility and catastrophe. Understanding the weather conditions on frozen lakes is crucial, especially when it comes to activities or emergencies like Lark's escape from a frozen lake. At its core, weather directly affects the thickness and stability of ice, two critical factors that determine safety on these frozen surfaces. During colder months, water bodies freeze, and the ice can become thick enough to support significant weight. However, ice conditions are not static and can change rapidly due to fluctuations in temperature, precipitation, and wind. The significance of understanding these conditions cannot be overstated. In Lark's scenario, it was a matter of survival. Knowing whether the ice could hold under pressure or might give way with the slightest disturbance is essential. Ice that appears solid and stable can deceive, leading to potentially life-threatening situations. For instance, snow can insulate ice, causing it to weaken without visible signs, or warmer temperatures after a cold spell might thin out what once seemed like solid ice, making travel across it precarious. A real-world example of the importance of weather awareness is the use of frozen lakes in certain regions for ice roads, like the ones used in remote areas of Canada. These roads play a vital role in transportation, allowing goods and people to traverse otherwise inaccessible regions. However, authorities constantly monitor ice conditions to ensure safety by measuring thickness and keeping track of weather changes. Similarly, recreational activities such as ice fishing or skating depend on stable ice conditions. Before venturing onto the ice, enthusiasts are advised to drill test holes, check thickness, which should be at least 4 inches, for activities like fishing, and heed local advisories that take into account recent weather changes. Despite their natural beauty and utility, frozen lakes pose challenges, and an alternative viewpoint recognizes the unpredictable nature of weather patterns due to climate change. Warmer winters and unexpected thaws can undermine traditional knowledge about ice safety, requiring more vigilance than ever before. Connecting this to Lark's predicament, it becomes clear how paramount such understanding is, not only for enjoyment, but for survival. In emergencies akin to Lark's, having knowledge of weather forecasts, how they affect ice integrity, and signs of unsafe ice can mean the difference between mere survival and a very serious risk. Therefore, appreciating the impact of weather on frozen lakes extends beyond curiosity. It informs our interactions with these mesmerizing yet potentially perilous environments. Ice drifting is a captivating yet perilous phenomenon that hinges on the principles of physics. When an object, such as a person or vehicle, is on ice, the friction between the ice surface and the object is significantly reduced. This minimal friction enables the object to glide effortlessly, as is the case when Lark finds herself drifting on the surface of a frozen lake. The smoothness of the ice and its uniform surface means that even a slight force, like a gust of wind, can set an object into motion. The kinetic energy required to keep the object moving is low, which contrasts starkly with the energy needed to alter its course or bring it to a halt. The risks associated with ice drifting are myriad. First, control is a critical issue. On an icy surface, steering and stopping are challenging, creating a precarious environment. This is compounded by the potential for ice to crack under weight or temperature fluctuations. As Lark drifts, the uncertainty of ice stability adds to the danger. Potential strategies to mitigate these risks include distributing weight to minimize ice stress and using objects like poles to maintain balance. Yet these require quick thinking and preparation. In real-world applications, ice drifting can be both a controlled sport and an unintended hazard. Consider ice yachting, where vessels are deliberately designed to harness the wind's power on frozen waterways. Here, physics works in favor of thrilling yet calculated maneuvers. Conversely, during rapid ice melt or thaw, vehicles caught on ice may inadvertently drift to more precarious areas, as seen in circumstances where emergency services must rescue individuals stranded on breaking ice floes. While some argue that the mastery of ice drifting as a sport demonstrates human ingenuity and adaptability, others stress the inherent unpredictability and required respect for nature's power. Skilled ice yachters might revel in the physics of gliding across vast frozen expanses, but they also train extensively to anticipate and manage risks. In Lark's scenario, however, she faces unpredictable elements without the luxury of choice. Ice drifting connects profoundly to broader discussions on safety and environmental awareness. It serves as a stark reminder of nature's forces, highlighting the balance between exploration and caution. As Lark navigates her escape, the physics of ice drifting underscores both the beauty and the peril of interacting with our planet's frozen wonders. Understanding these dynamics enhances both appreciation and respect for the natural world, urging us to tread carefully and prepare diligently whenever we encroach on ice's slippery domain.